Hey, all my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel, where we embrace our femininity, increase our womanly values, and celebrate our brothers. So join me on our feminine journey to learn, heal, and grow. Hey there, my Crimsonites, and welcome to the Crimson Cure channel. I'm your host, femininity coach and author of The Crimson Cure, and this is my perspective. So I'm going to offer what I think about. This is something that happened maybe a week or two ago or something like that. And Vivica Fox sort of made a few comments indicating that she wouldn't mind rekindling and a relationship between herself and 50 Cent, aka Curtis Jackson. So I'm gonna read the article where this comes from, and then we're gonna talk about it because these old crow eaters. if you ever watched Son of Anarchy, you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, they're always letting a good man get away from them and then be sitting there regretting it because they didn't never find nothing no better. Anyway, we're gonna share screen so I can read this article to you guys. Okay. All right. So this is a picture of them back in the day when they were together. You know, you can see she's younger, he's younger. Okay. Albeit brief, Vivica Fox had a very public and sometimes tumultuous relationship with rapper 50 Cent. I want to see if I can make this a bit bigger for y'all. With rapper 50 Cent. While visiting Sherry Shepherd's eponymous talk show, Fox, who is now 58, revealed that she would be open to rekindling her romance with the rapper and Power executive producer. The conversation started with Shepherd mentioning how the best friend rapper 40, who is 47, so he's almost, he's about 11 years younger than her, which is interesting. Anyway, was allegedly still speaking on Fox. Most recently, he brought the Set It Off actress up because she plans on doing a BMF film project that's unrelated to his show. The rapper and TV producer is the executive producer of the popular BMF series on Stars, which has been renewed for a third season. He's still saying your name, said Shepherd during their conversation. You know, the way that they kind of word this is like he's desperate for her. Get out of here. Anyway, Curtis is still saying your name. How do you feel about that? Fox responded and said, I took it as a compliment. That was his way of showing support. Thanks, boo. The host then asked whether Fox would be open to dating her ex again in the future. Their short-lived but high-profile romance took place in 2003. While one might assume that after all their back and forth, the answer would be a resounding no, she actually chose a more never say never response. Ben and Jennifer did it. Why not? Replied Fox. She continued, I'm looking for a partner, someone that's fun, got their own identity, their own money. I'm not trying to be a sugar mama. That being said, Fox did make sure to acknowledge his beautiful girlfriend, Cuban Link, during the conversation. She and the rapper have been going strong since 2019. Although the whirlwind romance between Fox and 50, also known as Curtis Jackson, didn't last long, had an impact on the actress. Yeah, because she might be alpha widowed. Anyway, in 2021, she referred to the serial entrepreneur and MC as the love of my life. Yeah, alpha widow. When asked why her relationship ended, Vivica blamed it on being in the public eye. The main thing that killed the relationship was that we just went way too public, way too fast. The love I have for him and still to this day will always, he was the love of my life. I will admit that without any reservation. Fox added, he will always have a very special place in my heart. Considering 50 seems to be happily in love with his longtime girlfriend, we're not sure how likely they are to rekindle their love, but hey, who knows what the future holds. So I'm going to stop sharing that, and we're going to talk about that because Vivica is the one that is hurting. When she say that's the love of her life, she's alpha widowed. You know, basically an alpha widow is a woman who has encountered an alpha. Okay. He imprinted on her, but she didn't have what it took to retain him in her life as a husband. So he eventually left, or they broke up or whatever. And she's never able to find a man with that energy anymore that can replace it. Okay. Alpha a true out, and I really don't like getting necessarily into the alpha beta thing, blah 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 blah. But for the sake of the conversation, I'm saying that she's alpha widowed. 50 Cent was the most masculine man that she had ever encountered that was romantically available to her. Okay. And she allowed her, probably the fact that she was older than him, and successful at that time as an actress, because if they was together in 2003, then she had just done like Kill Bill and stuff like that. So she was still considered a top actress and not like a D-list actress, because Kill Bill was like a big movie at that time. So I think Kill Bill was like 2001, 2002, something like that. And she was pretty, before she got anything done to her face or anything like that. And 50 came into her life, even though he was a younger man, he most likely had the most order that she had ever encountered. And he was the man that could tell her what to do. He was the one that could tell her what to do. 50 could tell her what to do. But she didn't want to hear that. She was hot to trot and thought that she could get another 50 Cent if she lost him. She thought she could be better than him, or she didn't have to come under his authority because she was a little older than him, or she had her own success and he was really up and coming with his. He had not reached the peak of what he was going to do at that time. He's much wealthier now than he was then. And I don't know, he had the mindset. He had to have had the mindset because of the way that 50 talk now. He always has had that mindset. It's just that time and age has taught him more. She didn't have the patience, and she didn't have the femininity, and she did not have the submissive spirit enough to submit to him, even though she knew in her heart that that's what she should have been doing. And whatever other factors, the feminist mindset, the strong and independent, the Black woman thing she had going on, that ruined it. That ruined it because she couldn't, from the way that Vivica talked now, she done doubled down on a few stupid things. And you could tell that she was really kind of on her theme back then when she really shouldn't have been. He probably had several talks with her about what he expects and how this is really going to work and what's not going to work. Because I told you, men tell you 3 things. They tell you how to love them. They tell you how to keep them. And they tell you how to lose them. They tell you how to love them. They tell you how to keep them. And then they tell you how to lose them. And I'm sure that she replays those conversations in her head and found that the things that he told her were true. This is how to love me. This is how to keep me. But this is also how to lose me. Keep it up, Vivica. Keep doing X, Y, and Z. Keep saying X, Y, and Z. Keep playing me off. Blah, 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 blah. Whatever the case may be, whatever the nuances might have been. Keep it up, Vivica, and we're not going to be together. And, sometimes you don't believe fat meat is greasy, as the old folks used to say. Didn't believe fat meat was greasy. And girl, go ahead on. Got dismissed. She didn't think probably too much of it at the time. It was hurt a little bit, But at that time, I'm still Vivica Fox. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm rubbing elbows with all of these types of men. He's not the only fish in the sea. And then now, all these years later, literally 20 years later, she ain't got nobody. She bitter and old. She's hitting 60 in the butt. Talking about what J-Lo and being do. J-Lo came to herself. Because she tried to front being, she fronted being off that first time they was with a J-Lo. You could tell J-Lo felt like she was too pretty for him, too fine for him. Being is a lame. Being is he not a swaggy dude. He not a swaggy dude. Okay? Being looked like a square. J-Lo didn't want to be with no square. Even though he was a actor and all that kind of stuff, she didn't want to be no square. It was the other stuff. It wasn't the money and stuff like that. Being ended up marrying Jennifer Garner, who is also a square. Okay, Jennifer is not, she cute, but she kind of squarish. It almost fit. It made sense, actually. And J-Lo went on around that corner. Mm-hmm. She found all the swag she could find. She sure did. And where did your failures lead you? Right back to me. So now when she come back, who got the leverage? Ben. Ben got that leverage. She knew Ben loved her, and Ben I kind of always loved her. But now Jennifer got some act right. I bet you. She said she saw that thing. Wait, I may be J-Lo and all that kind of stuff, but I'm gonna get old. I done got old. You old in that game, 40s, 50s. You done got old. I better sit down somewhere and have these kids. I think she had them kids with Mark Anthony or whatever. Mm-hmm. I better go ahead and get with the one that want to get with me. And Ben took her back. She must have got some act right because he went on and married her this time. You got a life together. She got some type of little sense or something. She said something. Because sometimes even when a man still love you, he won't take you back because you broke his heart. But he the simp or he used some leverage. One of the two happened. But I doubt that's going to happen for you, Vivica, with 50. Because he ain't trying to backtrack to that because you ain't changed your tune. The way you sit there and talk on Foxhole, girl, bye. You ain't changed that tune. You still on that women's empowerment, woman, black woman, strong. You ain't going to do this and ain't going to do that. You too old to talk about what you ain't going to do. Y'all always letting these men go because you want to do what you want to do, how you want to do it, and blah, 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 whatever the case may be. You don't want the good man. Or you think it's always run around the corner, and it don't be. Then you be sitting back like that meme with that fox, that little fox puppet to just be sitting in the chair looking stupid. That's how y'all be doing. Talking about he always be love my life. I just bet he will. I hate it for him if he come back around. I don't see him leaving that little pretty girl for you because it don't seem like you been giving him no problems. If she is, they keeping it quiet. Anyway, jump down in the comment section. Let me know what you think. Like, share, subscribe to the channel if you've not. Once again, I'm your host, The Crimson Cure, and this was my perspective. Bye-bye, Crimsonites.